Welcome to Crimson Guitars, welcome to Great Guitar Giveaway, welcome to Dorset Guitar Museum. There's too many things going on.
All the things. All the things.
All the stuff.
Welcome.
Okay, cool. Now, what is happening is we're at the UK Guitar Show up in Birmingham this weekend, and as part of that we decided we were going to give away for free a PRS Silver Sky SE. This one right here. Essentially, there are two chances to get free tickets for that. You've got to sign up for our newsletter, or be signed up for our newsletter, the link in the description, and for the newsletter from the guitar show themselves. And seriously, you want to be signed up to that in any case. You'll be sent coupons, you'll get free entries to win this guitar, and that's cool. Concurrently, hi Josh.
Hi, I don't know what that means.
At the very same time, we've got this US Silver Sky, which is one of the most vaunted, sought-after guitars of recent times.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hype.
Yeah, there's loads and loads of hype, and it's quite expensive.
It's relatively expensive. These are 700, 800 odd pounds, and there's a bunch of new colorways coming soon as well, which we are quite excited about. This is about £2.5 grand.
2.5, yeah.
Okay, and essentially this is a bit of a comparison video. We're probably late to the game, but from a Luthier's point of view, we figured it would be interesting to really look at them and really see what we actually think. And there are differences, and they are, in my opinion, the bean counters at PRS have turned around and said, okay, fine, well, the budget guitars made in Indonesia are so good nowadays that we're going to have to hobble this, we're going to have to cut it off at the knees in the design phase to make people actually want to buy the US one.
We talked about this yesterday, didn't we? Are they making themselves obsolete in the higher range by making such good budget? I don't want to say budget because I think
is a 700
quid is not budget. It's,
not really.
You know, it's middle ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
But still.
I bought this guitar for Great Guitar Giveaway, and just quickly, essentially we are setting up a guitar museum, and it's going to be an online thing. It's going to be in person as well. It's more a reference library. It's for people who want to learn how to build guitars by experiencing and actually touching and playing and feeling vintage instruments. So we couldn't afford to do that, so we started selling tickets to win guitars, and the profits from that go to fund the museum, and it's great fun.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I've never been more inspired by guitars.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Now. It's really nice. It's nice to watch.
I bought this for the giveaway. Immediately took it home going, oh my god, this is going to be so fun. Children, you can leave now. Go and play somewhere else. Thank you very much. Daddy's got a new toy to play with for the weekend.
Yeah. I know where this is going.
I played it for 5 minutes, and there was another guitar that I picked up at the same time, which was also a PRS, but it was a PRS SE hollow body 2 piezo.
Oh, that thing's stupid though. I mean, that thing is so gorgeous.
It's good. It plays. It's everything about that guitar.
I've not had to go on it yet, but
and it may just be me. Please fight us in the comments. It may just be me, but yeah.
Were you bringing too much?
Maybe.
That's the question. I think that's got a lot to do with it. Should we get psychological?
Well, we loved it. It is the placebo thing. I love the SE.
Yeah,
I genuinely love this guitar.
But part of what I love about it is it's affordable. You know, like I think that embeds itself in my mind somewhere when I'm playing it, and I'm thinking, hey, this is wicked.
Yeah. Look, there's differences, and I think that they've created those differences not out of a sense of budget, out of a sense of we have to hobble it a little bit. It would have been so easy to make them the same radius. Now the two we're looking at here, you've got a maple fretboard and a rosewood fretboard. I think the SE comes only with rosewood. Yeah,
I think so.
But the
and I actually struggled to find. There's not many of the colours that come with the maple fretboard.
You can get the US ones with maple or rosewood, which I think the rosewood is probably more popular. And in reality, we're going to do an A/B test. We're going to show you the sound, and some of that could potentially be the fact that you've got maple versus rosewood.
That is in the comments.
We're going to take the necks off. We're going to take the strings off. We'll look inside as well. So we've got alder and poplar.
Yeah.
Alder on the US, poplar on the SE.
Poplar's quite a lot cheaper, just to bear in mind, like 2/3 of the price, I think, of alder. So there's some money saving right there.
So if
that's what we're trying to do.
If the old is 90 quid, the Poplar's going to be 30.
Yeah, yeah. No. More like 60.
Oh, 2/3 rather than 1/3. Yeah, numerical dyslexia.
Sorry, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's there's a difference there.
It's 33.33% recurring.
Exactly.
Cheaper than
Exactly.
that. The fretwork on this is fine. The inlays are fine. Bird inlays on a 700 quid guitar.
Yeah.
10 years ago, they would have absolutely blown me away.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here we go. While we're close up in on the nut. One of the differences, the SE has got a Gibson style nut, and that is it's a composite material of some sort, whereas the Silver Sky US is a bone nut, and it's a Fender style captured bone nut, which makes a difference. You've got an inlaid, fairly sexy truss rod access cover, not quite the same as the just stuck on top piece here.
The other thing worth mentioning whilst we're at that end is the locking tuners on the American.
Yeah, low mass locking tuners. So the story with the grey is that
it's pretty tenuous, but basically John Mayer I think part of the concept here was to bring classic styling into the future. That's the kind of tagline. And
which he has done. I mean,
yeah, he's done that. But he liked the grey because it reminded him of his laptop, essentially.
He was taking, taking inspiration for colours from Tesla, taking inspiration, which is fun. I mean, the guy designed a collaboration watch with Casio, which is a really freaking cool watch, actually. And the colorways of the watch were based on his old Casio keyboard that he played when he was a kid. And it's got that sort of grey in the colors and stuff. And it's,
that's a cool idea.
He's you might not be a fan of his music, or he's as a player, he really is very, very talented. But he's not somebody that just turns around and throws. Here's a signature guitar, make me a Strat.
Yeah. No, he's had some real artistic input here.
Genuinely thinks about everything that he does, which is cool. Yeah,
to the point where they have actually had to brand some of even the hardware and pickups with his initials, because I think he did have a pretty serious level of input, especially on the pickups.
So here, PRS 635JM. This is the US pickups that we've got in here.
There's a slight difference in the output of the pickups. We could potentially test that later, but the American has a slightly lower output. I think it's about in the kind of 6 point something low versus 7 point something low on the SE.
We haven't messed with these. These are as they came from the factory. The tremolos are another thing. On the SE, you've got a 2-point trem system, which is fairly traditional. You've got the pressed saddles, which actually that does affect the sound. It looks very similar with this whole PRS thing they've got going on. There's a grub screw in the back there that locks your trim arm in. The US Silver Sky's got a 6-point trim system, and that should arguably...
Yeah, is that a stability thing as well? I mean, obviously it's kind of grounding to the body, so it might have some kind of resonance. It's significance as well, but
yeah, they call it. They say it's full resonance. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I'll buy that.
Yeah, and buy that. I think this is the third version of the screws, the pivot screw.
Third generation of screw.
Exactly. It's just, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Sophia, who's currently on camera at the moment, she noticed the difference in feel between these switches, and funnily enough, I actually prefer the feel that the SE is a bit more positive. Now, the control knobs are very cool. They've used a different plastic between the two, and again, frankly, these control knobs on the US one are probably made in China. Probably, I'm going to assume this. They could have easily chosen the same material. The material on the SE is flimsy, and it's so soft that if you knock it, you'll push the top hat over, essentially, and you shouldn't have that give. You don't have that on the US. It's a heavier quality material that just sits nice and straight and flat. And
pots wise, though, I must say there's a lot more resistance in the SE pots. If you try this middle one here and this one here, that feels a lot cheaper. than that does.
Again, a lot of people like that feel. Personally, I used to use Bourne's high resistance pots on all my builds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, literally, I love them.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to stay there no matter what you do on stage. Now, interestingly, another thing is that it looks like the US is thinner. Can you see that?
Yeah. But is it an illusion?
I don't know.
Have we got any plastic cover? Ah, yes,
I
there
do.
we
I've
go.
got some plastic covers.
I think Sophia mentioned that as well. I didn't notice that until just now.
Weight saving for popular versus
I'm not even sure if it's on purpose.
Mm.
45.3. Oh, 45 yeah, 45.4, 45.3. Oh, 43.8. So
Oh yeah,
there's
okay,
one and a
yeah.
half. There's a 1.5 millimeter difference.
Right. Well, good on the eyes there.
Sophia, we've got good eyes. Okay, finish is another thing, as well as strap buttons. Yeah, this is a fairly standard strap button, a nice chunky old thing with a felt, which is cool.
Yeah, we've got no felt on the American.
No.
And we've got this more metallic finish on the American.
Yeah, so this is a pearlescent finish.
Sorry, pearlescent. Yeah.
Now, also, PRS have gone to a nitro finish, basically, which
Right.
over. I think they started doing it a few years ago, but now everything made in the US, unless I'm wrong, please let us know, is nitro,
Right.
which is great.
Yeah.
And you can specify different types of nitro. If you want the nitro that will crack,
Yeah.
you've got to have a specific type, etc. So what you've got on here is relatively thick poly,
Yeah.
and that might actually be the reason for the difference in thickness.
Mm-hmm.
They might have made the body blanks
Yeah,
the
no,
same
you're right.
thickness, and then just a fair old chunk of finish on here.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, there are those that swear blind that nitro has a major effect on the sound.
Do you buy that?
Not 100%. No.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
100%. I love the look that you get from nitro.
Yeah, same.
I love how easy it is to apply.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
From a point of view of spray guns and 2-packs and all that jazz.
Yeah. Whatever your ears bring to the table is, it's still important for you.
Very much so.
If you feel that, then you need to buy like that.
The frets could be shinier.
Also less sharp.
Are these?
I feel like the American one's a bit sharp.
I'm not a fan of PRS US fretwork, to be honest.
How was the hollow body that you played the other day with the piezo? Was that okay?
It was very nice.
Yeah. Can I strum these acoustically? Can we set off the rosewood maple debate?
Well, yes. Something else is no backplate on the US. The SE does have a backplate, which isn't recessed in any way. It's. I don't think that there is a £2,000 difference between these guitars.
Maybe let it ring out, see if sustained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why'd you dump that?
Well, because I just wanted to. I didn't want to focus on the sustain right now. I wanted to focus on the tone. This to me sounds much more, much clearer, and this sounds much warmer to me. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Does testing sustain make for interesting videos?
No,
I think
definitely
not.
There's a difference.
There's
in tone.
definitely a difference in tone, and I'd be really interested to know whether that is a maple thing.
Many of the videos of people, Mary Spender did one, for example, and she's got the US and she's played the SE,
Yeah.
if not got the SE, and she was like, well, she can't really. There's not a major difference in the sounds.
No, the pickups are so similar.
What we're going to do is off camera, take the strings out. We'll get some. We'll reconvene with necks and bodies, and we'll look at the inside. And once they're back together again, after we've fixed this buzz, we will
Test them out.
Yeah, do some A/B, and we're going to A/B them sitting on the table here and just playing a note, so you can hear the difference without body and tension and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
back in a second. Necks are off, and we're good. Did we notice anything?
Bit of paint splatter in the SE. Can definitely see the quality of the timber, as in squishy old poplar.
It is squishy old poplar.
And some slightly more solid looking older.
The process of building these guitars has changed. Nowadays, a lot of the time, people have started doing the routes after the finish has been applied.
Oh, okay.
And then you need to go in by hand. You can see that's been hand painted in with a brush.
Yeah.
To match that color.
Okay.
It means that you should end up with better pockets.
Yeah.
And sharper pockets, and the finishing process is much, much easier.
Yeah.
But that sort of stuff is that is.
I did notice actually a guitar company that I rather like in Canada. I watched a video of them routing out their cavities, and they did it over the finish, which I was really surprised about. It looked strange.
Oh, it looks scary, but
Yeah.
it's the current process. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, let's open this up. So you think, after reading the specs, that the pickups are the same on the SE?
I thought the pickups were the same. I mean, I know that I know that we've got. Oh, is the earth?
It's so. Look at that. All right, we're not going to take the earth. I can feel that if I carry on pulling things, I'm going to struggle here. So the cavities are shielded. I'm not sure if I like or love the fact that on both of them they've got the back of the cavity routed away. These are, in my opinion, budget pickups in comparison.
Maybe someone can comment and let us know about the design of the pickups, because I'm not sure.
Here we go. That's better. So, funnily enough, yeah, these are definitely different pickups. If we so you've got resistors in parallel across your things there. This is 100% a different thing. The copper tape there is interesting. Okay,
they're grounding out those screws.
Well, they're supposed to be grounding out the screws.
But are the screws even touching?
Well, this is what I'm looking at the moment. You can see there is actually there's some sort of an insert in there.
Oh, okay, I see.
So the screws going through some sort of an insert, which is touching that and then touching that. So that's what it looks like. You've got a little bit of shielding there, but you don't have any shielding paint inside the masterfully routed cavity, whereas this guitar is full of shielding. I do think you could. Let's see if we can get inside. We need to do this properly. So essentially,
there we go.
Okay, there had to be enough in there to actually do this. So here we go, completely different pickups. They're Alpha Pots made in Korea. They're cheaper. I don't know who made that switch, but it's nice. You've got the same sort of arrangement of shielding, but they've gone the extra mile of having shielding paint inside the cavity, which I think is it's good.
That's important in a bunch of single coil pickups, right?
I really do think so. I'm wondering if those resistors in the US Silver Sky are maybe helping cancel the.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
You've got a good quality looking capacitor there.
Definitely a bit more vintage looking.
Yeah, so it might be an oil and film, something like that. But and obviously, I think there's a CTS. What are those?
I think there's CTS. Yeah, I think so.
And that looks like a shallow switch potentially.
Okay.
But again, it's difficult to tell. They're not as readily branded, are they?
Made in USA, the switch.
Okay, let us know what what that switch is, people, if you know. I think it needs a little bit more positivity to it. So the result is they're both very, very well made. The SE has got extra stuff going on to help with shielding, etc. And well, we've got a problem recording audio in this room, in that there's a giant bank of solar panel devices.
Things.
Yeah, big old things, and they create noise, and this whole room is noisy for amps. And when we plugged these in earlier, we heard a high-pitched thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's going to be a difference between these two.
Yeah, that'd be
Because
interesting.
of that shielding. So
Yeah,
we'll do that.
let's see.
Fretwork, the frets on both of them are fine. I prefer the fret ends on the SE. It's rounded over, whereas these are very, very sharp. I really don't like the fact that you've got this mahogany or rosewood insert over where the truss rod went in. It would have been so easy for them to use a piece of maple there, and that would have been essentially invisible.
Because you can see that, can't you? When
they've highlighted it so much.
Yeah, yeah.
That's genuinely a mistake.
Yeah.
Dual action truss rods. It's cool. It is cool. Is it £2,000 more cool? Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. I think that all guitars should probably cost £2,500 because we know how much goes into them, and we know what's in the making. So it's unfair to hate on a guitar for being £2,500 when you've made enough to know that they're worth that and more.
Fair point.
But as a consumer, as a buyer, I'd be straight for the SE.
I am going to be buying myself an SE.
Yeah, there we go.
I am buying myself one of these for myself as a guitar to play at home.
What colour?
I'm going to wait and see what the new colours are.
Yeah, they've got all these like surf colours coming out, haven't they?
Yeah, I'm going to see what happens. I will customise the hell out of it. I am going to take the scalpel blade to it, and I'm going to age the finish massively because I really like that look and the feel. So it's going to be, and also because I've got a 13-year-old son and a 9-year-old son. Is he 9?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we're going to put these back together again. We're going to fix the messed up nut on the US Silver Sky here. I keep on wanting to say US SE.
Yeah, I know. It's all
by
these
the way,
random letters.
If what I described are an SE with an aged finish to look like it's all cracked up and all that appeals to you, then seriously give us a shout. If you've got one, send it to us. We will do this as a thing for you. We're in the process of actually respraying some with nitro to then use the heat checking method. But just going here with the scalpel blade and getting that. These guitars were designed by John Mayer to have a modern construction and modern eye for quality and for detail, but with a vintage aesthetic. And I love the idea of aging the finish so that it looks like something that was actually designed with a modern aesthetic, but made in the 50s.
I'm looking at our guitar-sized freezer right now.
Yep. Just arrived yesterday.
Yeah. We have what it takes.
So one of the other things that we haven't yet mentioned yet is the radius. We haven't yet mentioned yet.
that the radiuses are weird, aren't they? So what's the 7.25 on the American?
Yeah. And 8.5.
Yeah. That's weird.
Well, okay. Look, 7.25 is vintage.
Yeah.
Vintage Fender.
Yeah.
And actually, I've got a new hobby now. It's reading articles about the PRS SE and seeing how many times they didn't mention Fender. It's always alluded to.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This is based on a 63, 64. Look, these are the neck shape. This pisses me off. Genuinely, this pisses me off. The neck shape is based on a 63, 64. It's a combination between a 1963 and a 1964 Fender neck. Those things were basically hand carved. Every single 63, 64 neck, they might have had characteristics in common.
Yeah.
But it's not, this is a 63 because, it's got that. It's not.
Yeah.
Frustratorati. The thing I hate is this headstock. I don't like the tint, but whatever finish they've got going on here, look at how dirty this is.
Filth.
It's not good, and then on top of that, the radiusing, the sanding over around the corners on the edges, etc., of the headstock, it's not very well done. So I am going to buy myself one of these, and I think I'm actually going to strip the neck off and resand that myself so it's better.
Yeah. Oh, we're distressing one right now, aren't we? We're in the process of like nitro kind of refin.
Nitro complete refin, custom
I
color.
said distress. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean
No.
that. I'm just getting my head around the language. There's this strange language with it, isn't there? There's all these levels, and I'm just trying to get my head around what they are. But basically, we're doing a refin on one of these at the minute with a nitro. So we'll see how it looks.
It's going to be cool. You've got recesses where that needs to go because it's so thin on the edge. They had to completely redesign how it fits. If they'd left it that thin, putting the screw in would have shattered it each time.
Right, yeah,
The amount of thought, that has gone into this model. I am genuinely happy that PRS are having success with this because, and I mean it's a massive success, because a lot of thought and work has gone into it, and I am genuinely blown away by both guitars.
Fair play, PRS.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to put this together. We're going to fix the nut. All of this off camera. You've seen us do these sorts of things a million times before, and we will reconvene later with an AB pedal. It took me 4 days to remember to bring the damn pedal in.
Still forgot the power supply.
Didn't think it needed a power supply.
So
We're back together again.
yes,
You have. We've now got matching strings on both guitars.
yep,
And the pickup heights have been sorted as well.
Yes.
So we're going to do an A/B test. I'm going to try and strum this with the absolute same amount of tension as I go. We genuinely need to set up a pendulum machine with a plectrum that goes through with the same amount. I'm not even joking.
Can it be a severed arm? A real
I'm not going to say
severed arm.
actually severed, but we could potentially get a skeleton if you want.
Yes, please. Yes,
You're a
please.
dark horse. You're a dark, dark horse.
Right, I'm going to go and press AB.
Yeah, you do that. Remove thyself. Where are we? Okay, so full volume, full tone, everything's all just up at full, and we are, we're sorted. Okay, so this is the SE. US. I mean, I can't hear any difference. Tell you what, can we go fast, fast, fast between the two? I'm going to hit both of them.
I can hear that down here because I'm next.
So you have to be next to the speaker to hear the difference.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. No, maybe I just hit the plectrum. This is scintillatingly interesting TV. I'm having fun. I don't care if you are or not at this point.
Can we do a big strum, Ben?
Just
Yeah, like a big strum.
we should have put them in D in open. Anyway, go for it.
Yeah. I can hear that.
Which do you prefer?
I actually prefer the SE. It sounds a little warmer. There's some nice like bell-like tones going on
Let's go to
in the
US
American.
It's got a higher pitch. There is something else going on there.
There's something quite chimey in that American.
I'm making sure to hit it in exactly the same spot. Okay, look, at this point, we're going to go, Josh, you're going to just film some quick A/B tests, strumming, and see what happens. I am 100% buying myself an SE to play around with because I just think I prefer it. I genuinely do. We are here going to build a pendulum machine. I've just decided. I'm not impulsive at all, honest. I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe. Please don't forget that both of these guitars could be yours. The US... Yes, I put it the right way.
You did, yeah.
The US guitar is up there. I think it's £6 a ticket. Relatively low odds. The The SE is up there. It is £2 a ticket because there's no other way that we could do it. But if you sign up for our newsletter, you will get a coupon code for a free ticket or for a free entry to that value. And if you sign up to the newsletter for the guitar show, same thing, you'll get a coupon to that value. Yeah, help yourself win a free guitar. That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Okay, so this is the SE Silver Sky made in Indonesia. I'm going to run through all of our pickup positions just with 2 simple chords so we can do a proper comparison. Here we go. Okay, and this is the Silver Sky made in America, 2.5 grand. Here we go. So there it is. Make of it what you will. I know what I think. What do you think? Like, subscribe, and comment. Please comment. This is a commenting video. See you next time. Thanks for watching.